Okay, so our victims this time around are Anji, Yanaga, and I keep wanting to say Tenko Tachibana, but that's not her last name. I forgot what her last name. Anyways, Tenko and Anji are the victims this time. Anji was found first in the art. Good morning, Josh. Anji was found first in her art studio. It was a locked room murder, meaning when we got there, both of the doors that had access to her room were locked. The Monokuma file says that she passed away sometime around 2 a.m. The cause of death was a stab wound to the neck, but she also had an injury on her forehead. During our investigation, Tenko and a bunch of other students tried to perform a seance to see if they could speak to the dead and get an answer from her. And while they were doing the seance, Tenko volunteered to be the medium, and the medium had to stay in a iron cage with a blanket over top, so you couldn't see what was going on in that cage, in said cage. Sometime during the seance, she was also killed. So when we went to speak to the medium, there was no answer. Started freaking out. Took the blanket off of the cage, and lo and behold, Tenko had also been murdered, and the fatal injury was a wound to the neck. Howdy, James. Howdy doody? How's it going? Still committing homicides? No, not me. I am trying to find the perpetrators, Josh. So that's a brief overview of what happened. We'll go through the truth bullets as well before we hop into the class trial, so that I'm more familiar with what each bullet is going to be called. I'd also like to go through my skills because I got a couple new ones, and those are super helpful during the class trials. Okay, Monokuma file. The victim is the ultimate artist, Anji Yanaga. The victim's body was discovered in the Ultimate Artist Research Lab. The time of death is approximately 2 a.m. Now, keep in mind, we did see her at around 10 p.m. last night. We tried to get her to stop doing the resurrection ritual sometime after nighttime. Murder, suicide, the medium did it. The medium did it, but the medium's dead. Nice try, though, Josh. The victim was killed by a fatal stab wound to the back of the neck. Additionally, she has a laceration on her forehead. The second victim is the ultimate Aikido master, Tenko Chabashira. The victim's body was discovered in a vacant room on the 4th floor. The estimated time of death is 11 a.m. The victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected. You did it, James is on trial for murder. The art lab's front door. This door has a cylindrical lock. Monodam swallowed the only key, so it can only be locked and unlocked from inside the lab. Before Anji's body was found, the door was locked, but Kokichi opened it by picking the lock. Now, I don't know if anyone else has the ability to lock pick, but Kokichi is kind of suspect number one, because he knows how to pick a lock. And to me, like a cylindrical lock, you can just lock it on the other side and then close the door, and then it was a locked room murder to begin with. In my mind, anyways. I know I've accidentally locked doors that lock from the other side. Gosh, what's the most recent time? I don't know. Probably when I was the one that I could think of is when I was younger and I locked the bathroom door and I closed the door. Well, now no one can go to the washroom. I slipped on a banana peel, which happened next to the cage. Oh no. Okay, so we have Tenko's murderer down. Where were you at the time of Anji's murder? Tsumugi's account. Anji had locked herself in the Ultimate Artist Lab since yesterday, working on the ritual. She would not unlock the door unless someone from the Student Council asked her to. The Student Council members were Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. However, Tenko was kicked out of the Student Council last night. Necromoticon, a book Monokuma prepared as a motive. Anji attempted to carry out the book's resurrection ritual. The Necromoticon resurrection ritual: prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necromoticon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. Highly suspicious. Can it please be Kokichi so we can get rid of him? I love Kokichi. If it's not obvious, I have a t-shirt with his face on it. He's my favorite chaotic child. I just finished Futaba's thing yesterday. You memed your way through it. You memed your way through it. Which meme? Forehead injury. Considering the laceration, the injury on the victim's forehead was not bleeding as much as it should. Bloody duct tape. Bloody piece of duct tape stuck to her hair. The blood on it had already dried. The blood that was flowing from the back of Anji's neck created a pool. Now, it doesn't specify where they found... So they found this duct tape under her body. I don't know if it was on her forehead to staunch the bleeding. Not entirely sure. Effigies hung upside down. The 4 wax effigies that were created for the resurrection ritual. They are exact replicas of the late Rantaro, Kaede, Ryoma, and Kirumi. They were hung upside down from the ceiling beams in the ultimate artist's lab. I null all damage from the opponent. Nice. Your favorite character is Maki. I love Maki. Gold leaf katana. It was stabbed into the hung Kaede effigy. Because the katana is so old, the handle's gold leaf rubs off easily. There was blood on the tip. It was taken from the ultimate anthropologist's lab, so only the sheath was left in the display case. Anyone could have entered the lab. Alright everyone, y'all need to show me your hands. Mind you, they could have washed their hands from between now and 2 a.m. Art Lab's back door. This door has a sliding lock. When Angie's body was found, the sliding lock was locked from the inside. The handle of the sliding lock moves at the slightest touch. Something gold and shiny was on the handle. Kokichi's lockpicking. Kokichi can lock and unlock the front door of the Ultimate Artist Lab with his lockpicking skills. That's gonna bite him in the rear. The Cage Child. In order to perform the Cage Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium and a dark place with no light. First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Cage Dog village on the ground. Then the spirit medium must place their forehead on a stone and curl up like a turtle. They must do this at the center of the circle. After, the other 4 must make the following preparations. Place the iron cage over the spirit medium and then cover the cage with a white cloth. Finally, place the dog god on top of the cage. Take care not to step on the magic circle using the preparations. Finally, turn off all the lights and make it completely dark, and your preparations will be complete. The seance will commence once all 4 participants stand at the corners of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Cage Child song. After the song, ask, "Is the cage child?" Then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply with the voice of the spirit you have summoned. Eerie. Favorite character? Teddy is best character? Okay, I remember in the last palace I had the elephant and it nullified all curse damage and repelled all physical damage. It was amazing. Shuichi is definitely the second least interesting protagonist behind Makoto. Oh, poor Makoto. No love. Oh shoot, there was more pages to that. Where is it? Okay, this one? Oh, these are just pictures. I already read it all. Cool beans. Kibo's flashlight function, a function that Mio had added to Kibo. He could emit a blinding light from his eyes. Tenko's last moments. Tenko died in a crouched position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. So she didn't cry or anything, though they did mention that, like, because it might have been such a surprise, it caught her off guard and she wasn't able to make a sound. Iron cage. The iron cage that Tenko was in during the seance. It is around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. Shuichi and Kokichi placed this over Tenko and Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage, which is strange. Marker stone. The stone that was by Tenko's body. During the seance, Tenko had been crouched over in the iron cage with her forehead on this stone. Loose floorboard. Loose floorboard right below Tenko. It was not loose before the seance. There was dried blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. The most interesting protagonists are Hajime and Kaede. Komaru is in the middle. You find Komaru is more interesting than her brother? Ooh, interesting. Hajime for sure. Hajime had like that unknown presence to him, so that which made him intriguing, as boring as he was, because he doesn't have a palate, right? But I was so excited about having a female protagonist, and then the creators were just like, no. But Shuichi's growing as a person, though. I see it chapter by chapter that he's growing as a person, and I love it when there's character growth. White sheet. The sheet that was over the iron cage during the seance is very thick and cannot be seen through. There is blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there is no hole in the fabric. Kyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off of the cage. Dog statue. The wooden statue that was put on the top of the iron cage during the seance. It weighs about 175 pounds. Shuichi, Kokichi, Kyo, and Himiko worked together to put it up and remove it from the cage. Magic circle Korakyo drew. A magic circle that was drawn with salt. It was drawn on the floor of the room where the seance was held. After Tenko's body was found, the magic circle was trampled on. That made it impossible to check the original shape. Hole in the corner. A hole that was in the corner of the room the seance was held in. There is a space under the floor so you can see what was dropped there. We actually went down there too to see if there was anything down there. Sound during seance. During the seance, there was a loud sound while it was completely dark. A thunk sound, to be more specific. Sickle under the floor. The sickle that was under the floor of the room the seance was held in. The weapon came from the Ultimate Assassin's lab. The blade was about 6 inches, and the blood was still wet. Dried blood under the floor. A small amount of blood that was on the ground under the floor of the room the seance was held in. It was quite far from where Tenko's blood was dripping. It also says that it's dry, right? A small amount of blood that was found. Oh, it doesn't mention that it's dry. Well, when we were investigating, it said that it was dry. So it was a smaller pool of blood that had dried for however much time. I mean, the fate of an entire city rested in Komaru's hands, remember? Oh, yes, that's right. I did read the manga. Crosspiece under the floor. One of the crosspieces that support the loose floorboard in the room the seance was held in. Only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. It wasn't broken naturally. It looked like someone had purposely cut it. And then our last one, Bloody Kokichi. While Kokichi was investigating the neighboring room from where the seance was held, he had stepped through one of the floorboards. That room also had a part of a crosspiece cut off. The portion that supported the floorboard. Poor guy, we found him passed out on the floor in the hallway. And of course, he's just like, you know what? Let me make the most of this situation. And he plays dead. I love him. All right, now we're all comfortable.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone.
Oh yes, and also Genocide Jill, that's right. Toko and Genocide Jill did help.
Now, smiles everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry everyone, I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
Yeah, Kaito was in his room almost the entire time because he's afraid of ghosts.
Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko? Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student.
At least he has hair, you bald bear.
Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Well, Monokuma's substitute bear had a lot less hair.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
They put a little halo and wings on Anji's picture. Oh my goodness. Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up. Hold up, the Necromoticon wasn't burnt. It was in one piece, therefore the ritual was not complete. Necromoticon.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
So, ritual did work?
Ritual did not work. Ritual did not work.
That's wrong!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us,
Oh, I'm saying it wrong. I was saying Necromoticon. I was putting consonants were in the wrong place and imagining some consonants.
you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, Gonta think Rantaro probably not culprit.
I get Ryoma asked to see his motive video, but that was no excuse for Angie to not revive him. No, the reason she didn't want to revive Ryoma, the reason why they picked Rantaro was because Kaede and Hirumi, they were, Kirumi, they were the blackened in the last 2 cases, and Ryoma is actually a convicted killer. He had gone for prison for it in, outside in his past life. So that's why they had narrowed it down to, let's revive Rantaro.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodam back to life.
Wait,
is
Monodam's
still
not-
alive, though.
Monodam's not dead.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodam's corpse.
Monodam's right there. The motives are so much better in this game than in Danganronpa 2, you think?
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
I personally like the motives from 1. They played a lot more on the students' emotions.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Oh?
What? Why?
Don't play dumb with me, Creepshow. I already know what happened.
Gold leaf katana, art labs, front door,
The
back
culprit
door.
used a katana to kill Angie,
Kokichi's lockpicking, Sumugi's account.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab.
I mean, true, but anyone could
Which
have gone in there.
makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see?
Anyone could have taken it.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Liar.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in,
Broke in.
and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Booyah! I'm a fucking genius!
Does he know how to pick a lock, though? Kyo couldn't have gotten into her lab unless he knows how to lockpick and he's not telling us.
The
I'm gonna go
culprit
with,
used a katana to kill Angie,
Kokichi's lockpicking.
and it was
or the fact
found
that
in
it's locked.
Kyo's research lab.
They're both
Which
locked.
makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see?
I'll try the front door.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke.
Oh no! Oh no! Whether Kyo had a key or not, Angie still would have let him into her lab. Right now, he's not part of the student council. And from there, he could have pinned her down and murdered her just like that.
I was wrong!
Okay, so the fact that she refuted my rebuttal with that, let's do
The
Sumugi's
culprit
account
used
on
a katana to
walked in,
kill Angie,
broke in.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not
Care about some katana. Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom.
Ah! Oh, I got the viewpoint.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab.
It wasn't obvious with the phrasing because she said you broke in, which makes sense because the doors were locked. But when I refuted it with the front door being locked, and then she said, "Oh well, anyone could have gone in. You just knock on the door and tell her to let you in." Then it clicked that I needed to use Sumugi's account.
Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
No, it was dumb that we needed a hangman's gambit to say the tower was an elevator. They have to put in their mini games.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
I find a lot of the mind dives a little silly. The questions that they ask themselves. Sometimes they'll ask themselves the same question 3 times, but phrased differently.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Sumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
This is true.
I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Also, Himiko's too lazy to kill
Yeah,
someone.
of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Sumugi, and Kibo.
Gonta's too much a good boy. So, Sumugi or Kibo? Kibo's also a good boy. Sumugi, what is your defense?
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? 'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Whatevs. The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Sumugi? Well...
Oh, is this gonna be a 3-way debate?
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
I don't think it's Kibo, because that's against the law of robotics. Thank you, doing well, slept in, nice. How am I? I am surprised I am functional right now. I had a hard time falling asleep yesterday, and I had to be up early for an appointment. I'm surprised I'm more alert this morning than I was yesterday morning. Kokichi, you could have done it too, but Kokichi's not on the student count, not one of the student council members.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Gonta not culprit.
Not the culprit.
Oh no. Oh wait, I can silence the one I don't want to focus. I'm not focusing on. This is fine. Front door, back door, lockpicking, Necronomicon, Sumugi's account.
Surely there must be some...
Gentlemen not betray student council. Okay. Okay.
And do you have an alibi for last night?
Not just anyone could open that door. Only student council members had access.
Only student council members out too
I didn't
late.
know robots told such boring lies.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Okay, there was several suspicious statements, but one is obviously inconsistent. I'll listen carefully, sort the statements in my head, and find the answer.
Must
Okay, let's
consider
focus
other
on this one.
Well then,
Gonta not betray student council.
Dang it, Gonta!
And
It's utterly impossible.
did it.
A dead chick can't be the culprit!
Why? It's not that far-fetched.
Look, I don't know who the culprit is. But it's definitely not me!
Robophobic remark.
I'm not sure what statement I need to refute. A moment, please. Okay, so... He knew how to pick the lock, remember? Kokichi knew how to pick the lock, this is true. Oh wait, only student council members.
He didn't kill Angie! Well then,
Suspect
Gentlemen not betray student council.
That's utterly
Oh,
impossible.
thank goodness for this skill that I have right now.
Not just anyone could open that door. Only student council members.
I heard it!
Caught in your own lie.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
Kokichi, you picked the lock in front of me.
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click. Clack. There, open sesame.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
He's lying. He's lying.
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Not when he's a compulsive liar.
Then let me ask you, culprit, how did you lock the room?
Kokichi reminds me of the Joker. Oh my gosh, yes.
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
Okay, I'm gonna say back door, but how do you know?
That's it!
Oh no. Yes?
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
Wait. Oh my gosh! Click! I know how they locked the back door. I know how they did it.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from the outside was the sword. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, okay. I already forget the order, so let's do pink ones. That's the sheath. The sheath was in the lab. Oh, there's the sword. I need that. Oh.
I see it!
Mind blown.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Wait, hold up. Oh, that's why the doll was upside down. It's all making sense.
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it.
Bruh. Talking about Joker from Arkham games specifically. I find all Jokers have like the same demeanor. They're all just chaotic, evil. So, okay, here's my theory. The sword was in Kaede's effigy, which is the effigy that was closest to the door. And I mean, to make it not look as suspicious, they hung them all upside down. But they put the sword into Kaede's effigy, spun it around, left the room, and as the doll was spinning down, the sword hit the lock to lock it, to turn it into a locked room murder.
The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No.
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
A different purpose? How could that have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Psych taxi! I forgot how to drive. Oh gosh, I'm driving way too fast. Who turned the handle? Something. Oh god! I'm missing everything! Who turned the handle of the sliding lock? The culprit. The culprit. The effigy's hand, the katana's hilt. The katana's hilt. I don't know how to stay in my lane. Next question. It's a little tight in here. Who was... No. What was done to make the katana turn the lock? What was done to make the katana turn the lock? I don't know, it spun around. Katana was stabbed into the effigy, sliding lock was tampered with. Stabbed into the effigy makes more sense. Look at me picking up all the ladies. Oh, this is a really long question. Next question. Oh, I almost ran over someone. How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? It was flipped upside down. Spinning it, swinging it back and forth, making it fall. Spinning it.
It connects! That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
And it wouldn't hit it until it got to a certain elevation.
The rope would unwind, and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Sounds like the culprit overcomplicated this.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Oh yeah, it's super easy to slide.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
I didn't. No, she didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up, so we think it was some kind of ceremony.
Favorite breakdown was when Mikan said it's not fair. That was an eerie breakdown.
That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Just set his pants on fire.
You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
We're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Oops.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
Oh my god.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Just stop with this conversation.
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it.
Oh my gosh, that back and forth. I wasn't ready for it.
Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Come again?
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What should we talk about now?
Something else. We should talk about something else.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why
Alibis?
are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
I have a question. Actually, Kibo might not have anything on this. Kibo could get himself off the suspect list if he puts his recording function back to 2 a.m. the night prior, right? But I guess that would take a lot of battery power. And if he was sleeping, there wouldn't be any audio anyways.
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not!
Oh, I cut her off. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, angry Hibiko.
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, Oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No, it's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
Aw.
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. All right. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse. I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
But they could be related. I have evidence to support that.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
I agree. They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Kokichi gives me Nagito vibes in the sense that he knows a lot more than he lets on. I think he already knows that the two are related.
Tancrotch!
The people who attended the seance, Kyo, Shuichi, Himiko, Kokichi, hey, those ones.
That's it!
Thank you for being the first answer.
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Hello.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
You in the hot seat.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either.
If Kokichi is Joker, Byakuya would be Lex Luthor, but who would be Bruce Wayne?
I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Oh my gosh, throwing Himiko under the bus. She's like she's like primary suspect number one. Every time. Everyone's just like, let's just frame the little child. However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle one. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. Very well, I shall begin the preparations at once.
Oh, right.
Hold up! Hold up! All 3 rooms were set up for the same thing.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
A point of entry from outside. He must be referring to under the floorboards? This little hole right here? Can I pick that? Can I pick... Can I hole? What? You were able to go outside from the investigation area.
I was
yeah,
wrong.
The hole under the floorboards. Hang on. Right here.
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Kokichi?
Another suspect? Who?
The one who fell underneath the floorboards?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Ooh. Page child, marker stone, loose floorboard, hole in the corner,
culprit sneaked
Kibo's
in during
flashlight.
the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
With a flashlight.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Oh no.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Okay.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
No, I call
I
shenanigans.
said
We would have been
hold on
able
a
to see
second.
it.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
No, I don't think so. Okay, so what can I use
The
to
culprit
rebut
sneaked in
that?
during the seance
Marker, loose
by
floorboard,
crawling under the floor.
hole in the corner, Kibo's
But it was
flashlight
pitch black
function.
during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Loose floorboard?
You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now
Boy, I
hold on a
have
second.
awful dexterity.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor
Under the
and
floor.
sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
Okay, probably
He
not
used his
loose
robot functions to
floorboards.
commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
Lie with flashlight?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance
We'd be able to see it.
by crawling
I'm so bad
under
with
the
lying
floor.
functions.
Because it was
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function under the floor
How does that work, though?
Mew, you gave Kibo his flashlight function, correct? Did you not notice?
I didn't notice what.
It's hard to believe that Kibo is the culprit in this case. It's even harder to believe that this trial isn't being manipulated by someone. So even if I have to lie, I need to defend Kibo.
The drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, Even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
Just play along with it, Kibo.
I see. That bright, huh?
Oh, it's an optional back route. Okay.
Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake!
But you make mistakes a lot.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
If he can't see, it doesn't matter how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that. So Kibo couldn't have been underneath the floor.
Is that true, Kibo? Is what Shuichi said true?
Play along with it. Play along with it. Come on, Kibo. Please play along. Kibo?
Well, I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really, I'm sorry.
Ah, we get it already! Just turn it off! We're gonna go blind!
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh? Let me put on some makeup, cause I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
That's inappropriate.
Shuichi, I'm so sorry.
Damn, that is seriously bright!
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of the floorboard if it had been this bright?
Thank you. Thank you, Maki. That's what I wanted to say without lying. The hole.
Yes. The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even Kibo.
Oh.
They couldn't have. We were there after all. We would know. There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in, remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
Especially a bright
But when we
LED
did the
light.
seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used a light.
And just because I have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit.
I see. That was a flaw in my theory.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
It would be against the law of robotics.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Light.
Enough with
Evo.
the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny?
It wasn't before the seance.
Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
No, that was used in the second game, but thank you for coming out, Tsumugi.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds,
really familiar.
too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
Well, she was killed during the seance at around 11 o'clock in the morning.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will say not a word until the seance is over.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads!
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Language. Marker, iron cage, white sheet, dog statue,
When
sickle under the
Tenko got
floor.
killed, it wasn't during the seance.
Yeah, it was.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
Hmm?
And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
Hmm?
What about moment Cage was lifted?
No. No, there was blood on the ground before the
Like
cage was lifted.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
Are you okay, Miyu?
So who lifted the cage?
Himiko.
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit!
No.
There's no doubt!
Tenko not being killed during the seance? That might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it. Yeah, there's
When
blood on the
Tenko got
blanket.
killed,
There's
it
blood on the
wasn't
cage and there's
during
blood
the
on the
seance.
blanket.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And
Yes?
She was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted? That's wrong!
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Excuse me?
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
What swords do I have? Tenko's last moments, marker stone, loose floorboards, iron cage,
Tenko
sickle
died
under the
after
floor.
the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage! They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
No, there's no hole in the
But
sheet.
the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
No, it's
Sitting
only
in there
6
with her
inches
neck all
long.
exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
There has to be a hole in Mew's logic. All I have to do is show the evidence that will counter Mew's
The blade's
claims.
all you need.
Hold up.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Huh? She was probably sitting down normally while she was in. Oh no, she wasn't. She was on the rock, sitting crouched like a turtle.
Oh no!
The blade's all you need. If you
For
stick the
Tenko's
blade
last
through a
moments?
gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
No. Okay. One moment, please.
The blade's all you need.
Oh no. Tenko died in a crouched position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. And then what was the other one? Iron cage. 3 feet high, 5 feet wide. 3 feet high, but the blade's 6 feet long.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
I'm gonna try
Sitting in
last
there with
moments
her
again.
neck all exposed.
No. The only yellow
was
words.
wrong. The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
What's the rock? Stone that was by Tenko's body during the seance. Tenko had been crouched over in the iron cage with her forehead on this stone.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Thank you.
I'll cut through your words! Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall.
3. Okay, go on.
The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in...
How long is the sickle blade? I thought the sickle blade was 6 feet long. 6 inches. 6 feet. 6 inches. That's half a foot. Silly.
in that position.
That would have been a really long sickle.
I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Whoa.
Yeah, no worries.
Gonta, don't agree.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
What if the sickle was underneath the cloth?
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
No.
What are you talking about? That's not possible!
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that! Screw spirits!
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
No.
Why?
No.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be culprits!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
I have a theory.
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
Wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
What? You know how big the cage is, right? It's not very big.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
When? You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
1. 2, there's a giant iron cage that had to be carried by 2 people. Also, there was a dog on top of said cage that needed to be carried by 4 people.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The they she's referring to? The they? What's the question? Who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage? I don't know. Only Tenko was in the cage. Is that not
I
right?
believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
No, doubtful.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance.
She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't leave Himiko alone.
It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Thank you, Miu.
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
That would take a giant amount of strength.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Hey, Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
But she didn't know what the seance entailed. How could she have prepared for it?
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Ooh, scary face.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
No, I call shenanigans.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Naive is a very interesting word to describe Kokichi.
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
She wouldn't pull a Nagito on us.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance. She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that, and if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. On Akuma file, Cage Child, Tenko's last moments, loose
So far, suicide
floorboards,
seems to be the best
hole in the
explanation.
corner.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
No.
So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it!
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
No. Everyone think... Hang on, what's the Monokuma file say? Victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. So, let's entertain the fact that she committed suicide. Wouldn't she have gone from the front and not the back?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
I gonna go with
But
loose
if Tenko
floorboard.
did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
Or hang on.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Hole in the corner. The hole that was in the corner of the room of the seance was held in. There is space under the floor so you can see what was dropped there.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
And then loose floorboard right below Tenko. It was not loose before the seance. There was dried blood on the bottom part.
She threw the sickle underneath the floor.
Died in a crouched position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. Oh my. Okay, what yellow words do we have?
All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her,
Take us down.
so she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle
Brought the sickle.
and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
Brought the
She
sickle,
threw
last
the
of her
sickle
strength, take
underneath
us
the
down.
floor. All the pieces fit.
Brought the sickle, take us down. I already forgot the third one. Oh dear, I don't know what to use. Only because they're latching on to the easiest answer. To get out of this, I need to make them think their suicide theory wouldn't
So
work.
far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So
I'm gonna go
she
last
hid her
moment.
true
It wasn't enough to
intentions.
kill her.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her
No, okay. She would have been able to throw it away in time, no. That is, I suppose, unless her death was instant.
Oh no!
Oh, shoot. Okay, no, instant death would have been... Shoot, I made a mistake. I need to think it over
So
again.
far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide,
Oh, I don't know.
it would explain how...
In order to perform the cage child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium in a dark place with no light. First, draw the circle, pass down the cage dog village on the ground. And the spirit medium must place their forehead on a stone and curl up like a turtle. They must do this at the center of the circle. After the other 4 must make the following preparations.
she died during the seance.
I don't know.
She could have secretly brought the sickle.
No. She could have hidden the sickle under her clothes. If Killer Girl says so, then I believe it.
I was wrong!
Oh, we're gonna die here.
So
Game
far,
over.
suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Trying one more thing.
Not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide,
She could have herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
No. She would have been able to throw it away in time, no? Dang it. Oh, I actually don't know. How do I...
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
I can't copy. Copy
Her
isn't the
plan
thing
was
in
to
this
take
game.
us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, she could have secretly...
Oh no!
And then stab yourself with it!
No!
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
No, though. No. Shoot. How do I rebut this?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko...
Victim was stabbed in the back of the neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected.
did
Gonna try that.
suicide, it would explain how she died during...
Yourself.
Finally, with the last of her...
I legitimately don't know. Game over, man. Retry.
We can't let it end here.
What other combinations? Okay, rebuttal showdown. Select the sign. Tenko. For a Q, we'll say, finally, with the last of her strength, change Tenko's last moment to a lie. Oh. Okay.
Damn it!
Oh.
Uh,
Well, I was onto something with lying. I'm just really bad at it.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Finally, with the last of her strength,
I'll reveal the truth. Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
instantly,
Her death might not have been instant, but she... Oh, sorry. That's Maki. Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out. Play along with
I'm
it, Maki.
certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
I love how everyone's just playing along with my lies.
what?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
Yeah, there was a loud thunk sound.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that will help us solve this mystery. Loud thunk sound. Cage child loose floorboard sound during seance.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Me too.
I agree.
Glad I wasn't hearing things.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Bang. Well, I could have sworn it was a thunk, but bang works too.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound, like something hitting the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Well, maybe the floorboards got loose in the dark, and that's what the thunk sound was. Where is it? Where's the loose floorboards? Oh, right there.
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Seance, circle, cross piece,
So what made the
sickle,
floorboard come loose?
dried blood on the floor.
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
I agree.
That wouldn't
Well,
make
tore
such a
off,
loud
no.
crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor,
No.
then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Stomp through the floorboards, yes.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Ugh.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
I like how that's a statement I can consent to. What would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboard loose? If I think about everyone's testimony and combine it with the facts.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
So stomp on it. We're gonna go with
Judging
cross
from the
piece
sound,
onto the
there must
floor.
have been considerable force.
Thing.
Someone who participated in the seance.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor,
They stood up with such might. But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Thank you.
I agree. Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
To make it look inconspicuous.
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
What do they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the cross piece and floorboard. Tango's body was at one end of the loose floorboard, and the cross piece that had been cut was at the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only one of the cross pieces was cut. The other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Think, come on, think. Oh, snap. Oh, that's 2 words. Uh-oh. Slam? Oh, like a seesaw. A seesaw. Seesaw effect?
I see now!
That was easy. That wasn't so bad.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Yeah? A seesaw?
Yeah, not the fun kind.
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other 2 cross pieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
How awkward would it be if the suspect fell through the floorboards?
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
Because the sickle is only half a foot long and the cage is 3 feet high.
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence. Where was it? Underneath, no, beneath the victim on the floorboard, on the top of the cage.
That's it!
Under the blanket.
The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, If you stepped hard enough on the seesaw,
Oh, Kyo, you're in the hot seat again.
Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
A little bit. Why do it, though?
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
No, you're putting Himiko in the hot seat? No. Hi, Hammer. How's it going?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Hammer is good. Good to hear. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Huh? Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
Excuse me? She doesn't have the energy to do that.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh, no. I can refute that. I want to refute that. I want it on record that multiple rooms had their cross pieces cut. Eats Tiger's door out of existence. Dang it, now I gotta replace another door. However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle one. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
Thank you for the posture check, Hammer.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room.
Oh, and the hydrate. Thank you.
She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
No, she's too lazy for that.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea, but does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Oh snap, intermission. That means bathroom break. Bathroom break.
Well now,
Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz. Well, there's two victims. There's Angie and there's Tenko. Next.
Yeah!
A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz. The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn-out, boring crap. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
It is okay. I am sure everyone is happy. How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here. Me! Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right!
That's the right answer, Monodam.
Huh?
Why? He hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone warns you and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Daddy!
Oh, Daddy, you didn't need to reveal these kinds of behind-the-scenes details.
all right!
Dying makes you more popular? Then we gotta die soon, too. Monodam's just like, I can't even with you guys. Monodam's unhinged, but in a different way.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Ah! I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Logic does not compute.
Thank you. Logic does not compute.
Huh? Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh my gosh, they're getting on Monodam's bad side?
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Huh? Did you hear something?
Oh my gosh, guys.
No, I didn't hear anything.
The question is, who's he gonna choose? Who's he gonna kill, Monotaro or Monofani? Or both?
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Deny it, deny it, deny it.
Wait. Must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
Aw.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko!
Ignore her, yes. Kill her, no.
Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died. It's not her. I want to put Kyo in the hot seat. Cage child, down during seance, hole in the corner, cross piece under
Performing the seance in
floor,
that
bloody
room
Kokichi.
was
Bloody
Himiko's
Kokichi.
decision, was it not?
What if someone
Probably.
steered her into picking that room?
No.
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
Was Trap only in that room?
Nope.
Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yes, yes. No! Shoot it! Thank you. Thank you, Gonta. Thank you for using your big brain. You're a good boy.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
Kokichi, wake up!
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck!
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
Oh,
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Yay!
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual.
He's got a point, though.
Damn! Well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
No.
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards... Isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah,
That is a good point.
What if the culprit said, "Do not disturb my magic circle"?
It must have been barrier magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? Oh, that's it. That must be the reason. The magic circle. Where is it? Magic circle.
This is it!
I got your number, Kyo.
It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
That's right. If that's the case, then the culprit... There's no doubt in my mind they're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive.
It has to be you! Kyo, was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
Why do you suspect me?
Because all the pieces fit.
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for.
It worked as a
In
guide.
order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
I'm taking this as a yes.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in the darkness. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, even after I put out the candle, I could move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see at all. They used the salt. They used touch.
That's it! The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Salt.
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark that they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. It must have been at the scene. I know it. Oh, another Hangman's Gambit? Oh, gosh. I don't know how to start this. Magic circle.
I see now.
So that is a mad improved Hangman's Gambit.
That's it. The magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Is it though? What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
I don't know, some kind of alchemy stuff.
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
No, that's true.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. The one in the book didn't have a diagonal line going to each corner of the room.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself could have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Do you have photographic memory that you can show off to us?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
But listen to the robot.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
No, I said cut that out. It's too bright.
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Mew add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
All right, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Ah.
Image recording?
Wait, how do you show it?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory.
Okay.
I'll give it a try. Ready?
Mouth?
I also used magic like that before.
You have?
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay.
got it.
I reluctantly took the paper from Kibo's mouth. Yeah, there's lines going to each corner of the room. Could have totally used it as a guide. So this is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
I noticed 3 somethings in this particular image. Notice anything? Yeah, I do. The diagonal lines, these.
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my thanks? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Yeah, thanks, Miyu.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
It's probably an SFW.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
TMI.
Your what? Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Why do you need Kibo to take the pictures, though?
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares. Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kiyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Uh-oh.
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Marker stone, loose floorboard, iron cage, white sheet,
If you are
dog
going-
statue, white sheet. Whoop. Wrong button.
To claim I am the culprit. Then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion
no.
should fall on them.
No. White sheet.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi.
Lies.
But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your words!
I'm sorry, did I hit a Z point? How'd I do that?
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kiyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly drop the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Oh, you're not fighting back? What?
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Because you're going to imply that you didn't kill Angie and it was first come, first served.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Oh, that's right. What happens to your vote if... What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue.
Well, why would you do it? Actually, the rules were instated after the fact, so maybe he thought he could... I call shenanigans. I think he also killed Angie.
Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
Shoot. That's a good point. Wait a minute. Unless Angie was killed in a spare room and then he brought her to the art lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
It wasn't in her lab.
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
Nerves! I'm almost done with this series. Just always playing games I can't watch later. I'm sorry. Spoiler monkeys. How are you doing? I have this chapter, chapter 4, 5, and 6 after, so I have 3 more weeks of this. Lately. Later, lately, same thing. I have 3 more weeks of this, and then I think I'm waiting for a new game to come out, like a new game. I'm excited. But that doesn't come out until the end of June. I'm good, thank you for asking. How are you? I know you don't like it, but you deserve a shout out because you're a sweet bean.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly.
You sleepy? Did you just wake up?
There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Not as sweet a bean as you? No, you!
Of course I understand. I work really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
I'm gonna vote for him too. I think he did it. No, you!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
Now would be a good time for one of the Monocubs to shove their foot down their mouth.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
Mm-hmm. We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
And if you thank you for contributing to another baking stream. All the food.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you!
A scrum!
Wowee! This argument is getting intense!
I like
At times
scrums.
like this. The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Alrighty. Avoiding the spoiler monkeys. Time to dodge spoiler monkeys. Thanks for popping in. A scrum, a scrum.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
I was waiting for it too, so I'm with him. Love you. Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. I think he did it. How would he know to flip the floorboards? Also, this track is such a friggin' bop. Vote now. Don't vote yet.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I've got
We just
this,
keep using
but he
Angie.
couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The
Thank you.
katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko.
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Oh, whoops, I missed one.
Kyo
I can fix
killed
it.
Tenko and Angie!
Kokichi!
Oh, shoot, wrong one.
Perhaps there's a second blackened we
Oh,
need to
no.
find.
I've got
Oh, shoot, I messed up.
But he couldn't get...
I have to restart.
Found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo!
But he not blackened?
Kokichi!
The new rule to protect.
Kyo! I've got this!
I want to open up with Kyo.
Kyo killed Tenko and...
Kibo!
We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into...
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko.
Kokichi!
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of...
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery
Past
to
trials
solve.
need more scrums.
Oh no!
Oh no! I spammed the wrong button. I'm surprised Maki's team vote now.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. Well, the puddle of blood. This.
This is it! The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
It's too old.
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
That's true.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because it was old. It happened before the seance. It was there before Tenko was killed. It was from the investigation. The air was dry. It happened before she was killed. It happened before the seance? I mean, both answers are right.
That's it!
That was a trick question.
The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. Angie.
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Good question.
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities.
It does.
We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start.
Did you?
So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Because she needed a candle.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
She needed a fire.
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or... I say she went there to get a candle because she needed to burn the Necronomicon. Effigies upside down, gold leaf katana, Necronomicon, caged child, magic circle.
Is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead!
Yes.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
Which is important for the ceremony. She wanted a candle.
I agree! That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
No.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
I didn't read the rest of this, but what's a ritual? Do you want to talk to a dead loved one again? This simple ritual will return a departed soul to the land of the living. Here's how. And that's all we get. How much do you know about resurrection rituals? I'm an expert. That's why I wrote this handy manual. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. Even a monkey. Even a bear. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
How did she know that the candles would be lit? Are they just like forever lit?
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
Lucky.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It could be a two as well.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Maybe Angie made you pick the middle one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab?
Yes.
Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
Well, she had 2 wounds.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room.
Me too, because the one on her forehead wasn't the fatal one.
She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence for that. Monokuma file. What? What relevance does that have? None. There is no evidence to prove it. Is there really no evidence, though? Okay, duct tape? She didn't die in the empty room, then why was she attacked twice? The culprit must have been a big, bad meanie to do that. Oh gosh, I only have 2 hearts. Hang on. Duct tape? Where's the duct tape? Oh, forehead injury.
This is it!
Forehead injury.
The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
Oh, someone's surprised.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear?
Kyo, you're losing your cool.
What are you? All clear? What are you all? You what? What are? I will not fear. I will not back
Oh my,
down.
he's beautiful.
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
Okay.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Yeah, me too.
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog! Nothing is clear at all!
Okay. Duct tape. Probably.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first. And then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You would tend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Well, this
It's no
got intense.
delusion. Angie's
Kitties
two
need a
external
treat?
wounds tell the story.
After this rebuttal
After she was
showdown.
struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell?
Oh, I
The
have
hallway
evidence
and
for that.
empty room had no bloodstains.
A what? Oh, the hallway and I didn't read. The hallway and empty rooms had no bloodstains. That's a lie. That's a lie. Oh God, I'm down to my last heart.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Wait, what do you mean that wasn't right? So you did see blood in the hallway? Then why wasn't it smeared all over? Because it's not there, is it? You're just bending the facts to make me suspicious. What kind of detective are you? What? It wasn't that?
You
Game
say
over?
the culprit carried
Oh,
Angie's
gosh,
body?
Do I have
And not a single drop of blood fell?
bloody duct tape?
The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Got it.
I'll cut through your words.
I got it!
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
Hi. Would you like a cookie? Oh boy. And I think Kitty's still downstairs, so she'll be happy to know that she gets 2 cookies. Meow! Cat! Thank you for the kitty cat treats, Fix.
What? It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
You know, when he removed his mask, he reminded me of, what's his name from My Hero Academia? He wears the mask to keep his mind together. Back to Lurkland. Wanted to say hi to the kitty.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
Well, that's because the tape was under the body, Gonza.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Kyo, you're in the hot seat again.
It has to be you! It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you kill them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
One was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
Probably Angie's while he was setting up for it. The murder that was an accident was Angie's.
That's it! Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
No, Tanko was deliberate.
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
Why not stop there,
She
though?
just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then you should have just stopped there.
Should have just stopped there. We had, like, very little evidence to work on to figure out who Angie's killer is. Like, we were legit stumped. And then he went and killed someone else and screwed it all up.
Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tinko.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio. Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
I don't know. Can anyone tell me?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Like a spirit is inhabiting his body?
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
No evidence. There's no evidence that he killed Angie?
You're wrong. There is evidence.
I don't think we used the loose floorboards, did we?
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
The weapon was... Did he bop her on the head with the floorboard?
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I don't know, but I don't want to say I'm sorry. I have no idea what's happening with Kyo, but I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Are we doing a... Oh, We're doing an armament.
I have nothing to admit.
Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on.
You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic? That's merely a delusion. Well said, Correcchio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic? That's merely a delusion. Well said, Correcchio. To continue this debate... I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me! Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me! Correcchio speaks the truth.
Oh my god.
Such a sorry lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
What is going on right now?
Apologize. I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me! Correcchio speaks the truth. You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Remove floorboard.
It ends here!
Thank you.
Kyo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
Because there's blood on it. He went...
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the bloodstain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Let it out.
I believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with the floorboard.
I wouldn't use that phrasing, but yes.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
Hi, banana.
What's true? This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi, I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Woo! Time to summarize this.
Please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Kyo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
What if his other self is the one that did the murder and he doesn't remember? I hear you were more awake today. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how. Because I didn't fall asleep until like 1 in the morning and I had to wake up at 6:30 for an appointment. Okay, who was the culprit with the saw? Actually, what do we have? We have the remove floorboard, get the sliding lock, and remove the gold leaf katana. What weapon knocked Angie unconscious? This. How do I use it again? Oh, with my cursor. Not with my cursor? Uh-oh. What are the buttons? Move cursor, select panel, zoom panel, place panel. Ha! It's been a while, okay? What was compressing the injury duct tape? I don't have that yet. The handle of the spinning katana. Get the sliding lock. The small stone Himiko brought was to put her head on. Remove the gold leaf katana. Whose effigy was stabbed with the katana? What weapon killed Angie? The katana. It's the tears? Or perhaps more tears before bed? You think that's my the cure for my tiredness? What do we have here? The path made with salt. Sickle place to kill. Stuck duct tape. Stuck duct tape. And then... Sorry, the path made with salt. Who besides Kokichi was responsible for extinguishing the flame? Who was the culprit? How was the culprit able to move salt? Sickle, place to kill. What weapon did the culprit set up? There, that should unlock every other thing. Alright, what am I missing? Who was the culprit with the saw in the empty room? Yo. Footsteps. Okay, hang on. Whose effigy was stabbed? Kaede's. When Angie's body was found, who unlocked the door? Kokichi. Who besides Kokichi was responsible for extinguishing the flame? Shuichi. When the culprit approached the cage. Stomp hard on the ground. Cross pieces. Footsteps containing the scene. Probably not. How did the magic circle get erased like that? 2 pieces left. When the culprit approached the cage, they stomped on it. Which means that this is the last one. Cut cross piece on who was the culprit with saw it in the empty room. Okay. You cry away your tiredness, maybe. Time to save up for more games. Oh no.
This is the truth of the case.
All right, let's review this case, shall we?
Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the cross pieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the cross pieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting cross pieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding.
Why do you have duct tape with him? Move on.
Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this: to overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere, and the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door.
Upskirt.
Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside.
Done messed up.
Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, They manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place.
Well, also the floorboard too, so he doesn't fall through it.
After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles.
No one cared or no one realized that Kyo's voice was like changing location in the room as they were singing.
We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body.
I guess not everyone can have as good a hearing as Ibuki.
And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, The final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders. That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Sweet Korekio. There are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately. Yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
Very specific.
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
I'm so confused. Was he at 99 and was hoping to, I don't know, summon another friend with a seance?
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Hey, Bing. I'd be his friend. How are you doing?
That! One voting time! Coming up!
The heart racing excitement as...
Oh my gosh, don't cut him off.
The
Or ignore him.
heart-racing excitement!
As a blackened and a spotless finally face off.
Oh my gosh, they're all ignoring him.
It's voting time!
Monodam's gonna snap. It was Kyo. The very beautiful, beautiful Kyo.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Doing well, just having some dinner. Ooh, what's for dinner? I'm doing good, thank you for asking. Was it pretty unanimous? Oh wow, everyone voted for Kyo. Alright.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Were we right? Were we right? Yeah. Why do Todd's characters always die? All rise. What is this back? Does that mean I died? Oh yes, oh yes, I failed during that debate. My housemate Erin made a really good curry, like bell pepper and sweet potato. It's really good. That sounds yummy. Thank you for shouting out Bing Bing Nerps. Oh, I got an A. I got an A here even though I retried. I got an A all around. Dang. Dang. Oh, back means back route. Oh. That means I lied to advance the plot. I'm a really bad liar. I need help with that one. Wow, seriously? You're correct again?
Absolutely right!
Amazing! This is the third correct verdict in a row!
All right!
If you manage to get 12 correct verdicts in a row, you'll proceed to the bonus round. How is this gonna last that long?
For now.
It's finally over.
No.
No, not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Kyo, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko?
Right!
Yeah, you don't need to kill them both, no matter what motive he have.
Oh?
Motive?
Hey!
Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Don't tell me. Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
Shut up!
Shut up. I never said I was scared. The resurrection ritual had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it? Because we're friends, I'll tell you, I never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive?
Nah?
Then why?
Yes.
For the one that I love.
There is someone that I love.
From the bottom of my heart, someone so dear, someone I long for.
I love her with all my heart. And she loves me with all her heart. Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate. None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love, no matter what anyone says.
Okay.
What?
Bragging about your perfect love life. Some of us aren't that lucky. So to see this lover of yours, you had to escape.
Don't tell me.
That's why you killed Angie and Tenko? But why did you need to kill both? If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I had no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. Inside?
Wait!
Don't look at me. I'm not his lover.
Yeah.
Calm down. No one would want... no one would want you like... I'm sorry. I couldn't PGify that on the spot. No one will want someone like you anyway.
Kersploosh!
What?
Hey!
Kyo, who is it? Who's this person you love?
Hey.
Is it really one of us? When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see,
I mean, inside me.
sister.
Yes, the one I love lives inside me. My dearest sister.
Huh?
Sister?
Wait!
Don't look at me, I'm not his sister.
Right?
Well, duh, if you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Wait.
Woof. Your sister? But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter?
It is not that difficult. My sister is my lover. Okay. That escalated quickly.
I loved her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply. The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love. But none. Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth.
Why does it say no physical connection at the top left?
The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth. For my beloved sister.
This is why, for my beloved sister, I had to...
Always messing around.
You had to escape from here, right?
No.
No. I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Sister was very sickly. She was always in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However...
Even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends. Friends for my dear deceased sister.
Huh?
deceased?
Do you understand?
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved sister!
For sister's sake, I've killed many. To send her 100 friends. Whoa, whoa, you've killed close to 100 people? Oh dear. Oh dear. They were all wonderful people, worthy of being sister's friends.
Huh?
What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy.
Yes.
Yes, Korakio, I am very happy. Thanks to you, I am not lonely.
What?
Could it be that the lipstick version of
I
Kyo
am
is...
Korekio's older sister.
Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
What the hell?
Yes.
After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely.
Korekio.
That's wonderful, Korakio. Your love made the impossible possible.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe in the power of love.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead girl.
Well,
You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the 2 you killed here.
What was that?
What? Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Because?
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sisters' friends.
Huh?
Only girls? I see, so when we were deciding on who should be the medium... Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. You said it would work best with a girl. I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and Miu, they were all worthy. All worthy of being sisters, friends.
Meh?
All worthy?
Why, you?
Hey, how come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care.
Then
The second victim. The second victim could have been me. Tenko died in my place. Aw. Then I'll do it. I can't... Oh, Himiko? I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in. No, I'll do it.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko.
Huh?
Huh? Infiltrate? Really? But how did you... It was obvious to me. I have studied many people.
Can
Yes.
this be?
She stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko.
Well,
Though I was planning on having you become sister's friend too. Eventually.
No way!
What? You do all that for... Wow, you did all that just to kill. For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in the caged child just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
let's see.
It interested me as an anthropologist, of course, but more than that.
For my beloved sister.
I wanted to kill for sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling.
Are you okay?
Kaito looks like he's gonna throw up. Kaito, are you okay? You look kind of pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kyo right now. Allow me to explain, though. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I would have plenty of chances after escaping this place. But Angie walked in on me preparing, and I ended up killing her in a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste the seance trick I prepared.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister.
Correggio.
Gorakio, you're such a thoughtful little brother, but it was bad to get greedy.
Dear.
You're right. Because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to sister. You understand now? Those were the circumstances of Korekio's crime. I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
Is that right? Killing 2 friends for your dead sister?
But how?
That's wrong. That's so wrong. Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
That's right. Even though I'm a ghost now, I am always by Korekio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Cut it out already.
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing's making sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie and Tanko have to die for something so unfair?
Well,
Because death is unfair. Yeah.
and another thing.
All deaths are unfair. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair death.
Maybe.
Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game embodies that philosophy, right? Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching this, they would get a kick out of it. If people were watching this?
Shut up!
Knock off the BS. Only sick kids would enjoy watching this.
You got me.
Hell yeah, if it wasn't in this killing game, I would have had so much fun watching it.
So then,
The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. But my role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
sister.
I think I shall go and see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister.
I was unable to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again now.
Correggio.
It's all right, sweet Korekio. Come to me.
Oh,
Looks like you're already prepared. Now then, let's get started.
it's punishment time!
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
Huh?
Punishment time.
Sister.
My beloved sister, at long last, I'll finally get to see you again.
That's right.
Yes, from now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from each other.
What?
Ugh. Wait, I can't accept this.
Therefore,
Like I said, there's no such thing as a death that can be accepted.
from an anthropological
Why do you
point
think
of
so
view,
many different cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead never cease?
Yes.
The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept death when it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes?
What was that?
What?
I.
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then,
I prepared a
very
special punishment for the ultimate anthropologist, Korekio Shinguchi.
I shall observe.
I will watch over you all as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over you.
That's right.
It won't be just me and Korekio. All those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is beautiful.
I'll be watching forever and ever.
It's punishment
Ugh.
time!
Oh, he creeps me out. Oh, he creeps me out. Let's get at everything we've got. It's punishment time. Oh, oh. They can have each other. Cultural melting pot? That does not sound like a good time. No Monodam! The betrayal. The betrayal. Oh my god. Okay, now I feel a little bad for him. What?
Hokori!
No, Monodam, why?
How can
What
this
the?
be?
To think my cute child would commit suicide.
Yay!
Oh, that's so cute. No, it's not. It's so freaking cute that he would kill himself because he couldn't get along. He was trying so hard to get along. Monodam, had I known this would happen, I would have been nicer to him. The only reason Monodam obsessed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's
You
right.
bullied him at the end, you liar. Yes, the other Monocubs drove him to suicide, but not me.
Hey.
Liar. Hey, who's Monodam?
Eh?
Huh? You already forgot? That's kind of scary.
Well now.
Well, looks like another class trial has wrapped up without incident, so I'm gonna take back this Necronomicon.
Wow, wow,
Seems like a waste, though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster. Shut up. How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
I told you.
Ignore him. The hole's a resurrection ritual is obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you'll think another murder will happen if you do that, right? Who can say? What a waste. If none of you were gonna use it, you should have let me have it. Then I could have resurrected one of my dead siblings. Which one? Well, I don't know. We're all pretty terrible, actually. Wait, did one of us die? I could have sworn it's just the two of us this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Pepper, how's it going? Oh gosh, thank you for confirming you are not a bot and then proceeding to jump scaring me. How are you doing? Too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me. Too bad. There he goes.
So long. Farewell.
Always a pleasure. Doing fine. Ooh, what's for lunch? Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing
Man,
around.
this is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
Of course.
The living are more precious than the dead, no matter what. That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up. Leave me alone. But there's one thing that this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't after all. Not in this academy. Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Gonta do his best.
And Gonta do his best to keep everyone safe. Gonta want to protect everyone. But your talent is entomology. I don't want Shuichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. I'm getting sick of class trials.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Pasta and melanessa. Ooh, yum. Hey, your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. When are you gonna use that, huh?
Okay.
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent. Huh?
That's right.
It may not be possible now, but I'll put in the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. Maki? I see. I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling as a killer shows? Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll's one of my sidekicks.
Got a minute?
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll?
Oh.
Ooh, you guys are so close now. This must be the powerful bond of friendship. but I would have preferred it to happen sooner, especially not after losing 7 people. You're right. Only 9 people left now. Well, what do you know? The dumbass can do basic math. That's right. 7 people have been flushed away and only 9 remain.
Actually,
But by that calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
But,
Just 9 of us.
well,
Humans are like weeds, too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean much in the end.
Shit.
That's totally what the heartless robot is thinking, right? Right?
How rude!
No, I'm not thinking that. Your blatant robophobia is simply inexcusable.
No.
But hey, none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on God, spirits, or the dead.
I believe in you.
Just you guys. I believe in all of you.
Okay.
Kaito,
Well, of course.
you're right. Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey.
Hold up. Keyboy needs to apologize to everyone for the whole student council thing. And there's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to accept.
How exciting!
Yank your head off and smash it onto the ground with all your strength. Got that?
No way!
I have never heard of such an intense form of apology. Is Chapter 3 over? Chapter 3 is wrapping up. We did see the execution. Oh, also Kitty's here. Hi. Kitty's due for 2 cookies. Hi, honey. We witnessed the execution and the betrayal of Kyo. He weirded me out, and I was like, okay, this is fine. And then the utter betrayal at the end of the execution, I was like, okay, he didn't deserve that. Seems like everything is settled for now, even though we're missing her.
You alright?
Himiko, you okay? Anything Gunta can do to help? You can tell Gunta.
Hey!
I think we should let her have some space for now. That might be best for her.
Okay.
I remember how I felt. Oh, Gunta understand.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko is such a liar. Huh?
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will if the world was comprised with just the truth. But even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know.
right?
What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit. I only said this because I thought about it.
Because?
Himiko has been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back.
Hey!
Hey, what are you repressing? Why are you trying so hard to hold back? What? Hold back? Expressing your feelings is perfectly normal. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So, if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead. Cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up. Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. Aw. Hanko, Angie, so lonely. I'm so lonely without you two. But I gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. But I'm lonely. I'm so lonely without the both of you. Aw. Someone hug her.
Damn it.
Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotions she had bottled up inside. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing so, we began crying. Just a group cry session. Let it all out. The tears we shed, can't even describe it. We were crying about what we had been through and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, anger, love. Tears filled with emotion. But at the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push us forward. Aw. She needs a hug. After a while, Himiko finally calmed down. However... Aw.
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
Oh my gosh, she's tiny.
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me?
What?
You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
Miu, no, stop it. Someone duct tape her mouth shut.
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed Kaito had stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong? Nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me, go on ahead.
Huh?
You sure?
Well,
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? If you dislike scary things, then you should have said so earlier. I thought you were sick. You worried about me. Yeah, worried about your stupidity. Ha! Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had up are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, because of me.
okay.
Yeah, maybe. But you sound like you're bragging, Kaito.
Ha.
But like I said, I'm gonna get some air before I go back. You can go on ahead.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Hopefully I do see you tomorrow. That sounded foreboding. After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. I didn't notice what was going on with Kaito. Why are you coughing? Oh. Well, that's not good.
Damn it. I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet.
Excuse me, do you have a health condition?
Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
What? Oh, I hope that wasn't from Maki's punch a few days ago. To be continued.